In this video, I'm going to give you an example of a funnel that did an excellent job of upselling immediately after opt-in. And it comes from Tim Morkes and the 100K Launch School. I'm going to walk you through it right now. Hey everyone, my name is Matt Ackerson. I'm the founder of AutoGrow.co, and this is another episode of Matt Hacks, where in 10 minutes or less, I give you one actionable tip that you can take each day to grow your funnel, all right, and be more marketing awesome. So in this example, I'm going to show you how Tom Mooks over at 100K Launch School effectively walked me through his funnel and upsold me immediately on a $100 purchase. So in the first step of the funnel, obviously there has to be awareness. You have to drive traffic. And at the top of his funnel, the way that Tom created awareness was he recruited the people that he actually featured as part of his offer and part of the case studies in his launch summit. In other words, where he's going to be teaching all about launch techniques. He recruited some really credible people like Brennan Dunn. So Brennan, I used to be in a mastermind group with, and he's someone he's a serious marketer and a serious entrepreneur. And so when Brennan recommends things, because this is actually the first affiliate offer that I've ever seen Brennan actually send out. And therefore, because Tom recruited Brennan and other credible affiliates, that really gave me pause and said, okay, I love learning from Brennan. He's given me great tips in the past. Let me go see what this offer is all about. So that was the first step. In the second step, I'm brought to a landing page where the headline is immediately compelling. And you can tell that Tom definitely put some time and some thought into crafting this headline, which is his value proposition. So it's clear in the small text that this is going to be a live workshop series. In other words, a virtual summit where the interviews would be aired, and it's going to be an event. And he's either going, it was unclear from the copy that whether or not it was going to be live or not, if it was pre-recorded. Regardless, from just skimming the page and the fact that I'm coming to it through the frame of, okay, someone that I know and have followed is already credible and recommending this, I'm already coming and arriving on this page in a very positive context where I'm likely to either take the offer or at least seriously consider it. And the offer being made is all around this value proposition of learn to make a year's worth of sales in a single month. So immediately it's compelling, and the idea of making a year's worth of sales in a single month, that can get your adrenaline going. It's like, oh my God, I want to learn how to do that. That sounds awesome. And I look at some of the other names of the people who are involved, just backing up in terms of credibility. Even if I didn't recognize some of these names, and I don't in some cases, it looks put together. It looks well thought out. The design is reinforcing the copy very effectively, and it looks like a legitimate offer. And so I went ahead and I clicked on the call to action to reserve my spot for free. And one minor downside that I see to it from a conversion perspective, as you may have learned if you're a customer of my course where I teach you in the six-figure sales funnel course, I do an interview with Giles Thomas, who is a conversion expert. And Giles, who has an agency that specializes in this, he says that when you have a call to action button that is the same color as other elements on the page, that can actually, in a way, take away, for lack of a better word, energy from that call to action button. And because although people may recognize it as a button, it may be more likely to blend in because other colors on the page are exactly the same. So from a conversion perspective, it's possible that Tom is already testing this, but if I were in Tom's shoes, I would have made that call to action button different. That's just one thing I would have done differently. Now, in the next step, there's a follow-up page where the offer is now, thanks for opting in, but get the exact blueprint to drive a year's worth of sales in a single month. So he's repeating that offer, which is curious because I thought I just opted in to get it. But then if I continue to read and I watch this short video where Tom is actually on video, it's his face, it's him talking in just 2 minutes as he promises. He gives an overview of exactly what you're going to get, and it's basically instant access to everything that has already been recorded, and then a few other items which will be forthcoming during or after this virtual summit. All right, so I read a bit more. I understand because my question at this point, okay, I don't know what the price is yet, but I want to understand, what exactly am I going to get? And actually, that's not true. The first thing that I wanted to know was the price. So I'm scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. I'm kind of seeing, okay, this page is also well put together. I'm going to consider it. And I get to this point and it says $497, but it's crossed out. So immediately, the next price that I'm going to see is already price anchored against that. Something else worth mentioning is that just the name alone, which is the 100K Launch School, that in a way is also a price anchor, meaning that, for example, like if you put your hand in cold water, it's going to feel cold, but if you first have your hand in hot water and then move it into cold water, it's not going to feel as cold because it was just in hot water. And it's the same exact thing in terms of price anchoring. So you put out a number, and the next number that you actually see is going to seem either lower or higher based on whether you're going lower or higher. And the most famous example of this is Steve Jobs. He gets on stage, he's presenting the iPhone. He says, "Okay, it's we could easily charge $1,000 for this new amazing device that's a communications device, phone, an internet." It has internet on it and has GPS and has all these other features. Easily could charge $1,000, but it's not $1,000. It's under $1,000, and in fact, it's under $500. It's $499, right? So that's price anchoring at work, and one of the most famous examples that I could point to. So I click through to the checkout page, and I see that the retail price right at the top, again reinforcing that price anchor, $497. But then I look down here at the total, it's only $99 because there's an early launch discount. So I say, okay, awesome. And I got this countdown going on 6 days, so there's a little bit of urgency. So I say, okay, cool. And then I go back, and now my question is, let me make sure I understand what exactly I'm getting. I read through the copy, and I understand better, okay, I'm getting access to this and that and this item. Cool, sounds great. And the way that I think about this and the way that I rationalize this, because again, we are not completely logical in the way that we make decisions. That's just not how marketing and persuasion works. So I'm thinking, rational side of me, I can use a couple of tips, and if I get results, awesome. It's more than paid for itself. It's only $99. So as long as I make $99 or more, rational side of me says absolutely go ahead and buy it. The irrational side of me says, oh my God, it's $99 and it's going to go up if I miss it. And the title itself, 100K Launch School, like of course I want to learn from people who are achieving these kinds of results, and I want to learn from them because I want to achieve similar results for my business. Even though I'm not big on launches, I'm more of an evergreen type of person. Where I want to set up a funnel, and because I think launches they're very stressful. There's so much detail, and if you get something wrong, the whole thing could blow up. So I'm more of an incremental type of builder and marketer. But regardless, I want to learn. So I click over to the page. I actually kind of look at a couple of other. I talk to a couple people about it, and then I come back and I actually buy it. And when I get to the second step in checkout, he's looking to give me an upsell again for $13 for 40 transcriptions of all the PDFs. I think, okay, like, do I want this? Maybe I want to search through them. It's only $13, and I decide to pass on that. This is called an order bump, by the way. It's an upsell that's directly on the checkout page, called an order bump, just so you know the terminology. And then finally, I complete checkout, and I'm brought to a nice video of Tom smiling. And for some reason, just that video there, it makes me happy. I'm excited and I'm ready to go. So there you have it. It's a step-by-step walkthrough of the Tom Mooks 100K launch funnel and how this is also an example of an upsell and how you can do something similar and maybe get some inspiration from for your business and for your funnel. Make sure you never miss another episode of Matt Hacks, where I deliver actionable examples, case studies, and tips just like this one by clicking on YouTube, the red subscribe link right over here, and clicking on to subscribe to our newsletter in the description right below here. If you're watching this on our blog, there are multiple ways to subscribe. If you just want to get Matt Hacks, click on the Matt Hacks link directly in the navigation. So until next time, my name is Matt Ack in the Matt Hat, delivering you your daily dose of Matt Hacks. Keep hustling, stay focused, and in my next video, I'm going to show you our #1 tool for one-click upsells and how it's working for us. So stay tuned for that.